Hey, it's Amber. So I wanted to share my pumpkin disaster and just go over some of the ways that I've carved pumpkins. This was my first time using a live pumpkin in many years. And the original plan was to do an Emperor Palpatine pumpkin. And you can see that I had such a hard time. I even needed help cutting it open just to get the guts out.
This might be terrible, but it's my first time trying it this way.
Here's where I took out the Dremel and tried actually working on the facial features, and it clearly was not going to be Palpatine very quickly after I started. I used the what I consider the ugly side of the pumpkin on purpose because I thought all those knots and nubbies and things would look really good for a wrinkly skin and distorted skin. Um, but that wasn't the only problem, even though those little knots are very hard to get through. I needed a power tool just to get the slightest little bit of any etching at all. And you can see that it just wasn't working. It was barely even touching, getting through the surface.
Okay, trying a new tip. Pretty sure this is not going to help this disaster because it doesn't even look like a face of any kind. Like, just to demonstrate here, like, this is barely scratching this pumpkin flesh. So, I think I'm throwing this out. So, as you can see, my original plan for Palpatine had to be ditched. And I'm not even done because my Dremel ran out of juice. So that's recharging, and I ended up just switching to Creepy Face, which I'm not even remotely happy with. At least I was making what I thought was good progress on these jagged teeth when the Dremel died. But I don't know if it's this, that the fact that this is a white pumpkin, but it's like rock and the hardest I've ever had to work with. Mind you, I haven't worked with live pumpkins in probably 12 years, except for a Jack Be Little, which is something like this, a little bit bigger. Those are the only ones that I've done carvings of any kind, and they were very simplistic, like I did a pentagram. But otherwise, my intricate carvings have all been foam for the last decade. So I'm really disappointed in my skills, but maybe I'll get to polish this up in some way so that it doesn't look like such a piece of crap. We'll see.
So here's the day 2 progress. I tried the white pumpkin there is mine, and I tried making those grooves around the teeth bigger. I poked through the eyes and the nose, and you can see that even lit up with that deep groove work on the teeth that's not even visible. And this is proof that I do know what I'm doing sometimes. I use other people's artwork because I can't draw, And the pumpkin gallery is up at AmberUnmasked.com. Most of these were with Michael's foam pumpkins, and a couple of them were with the actual Funkin brand, which is a higher quality. You can see the Gotham penguin there. That was probably my favorite one that I've ever done. And so keep tuning in. Also, check out my interview with Mark Maniac from Maniac Pumpkin Carvers over at Vodka O'Clock.